All right, so I greet you, and today we are going to look at how to prepare PowerPoint presentation. And I'm doing this because I have had people who have asked me to do it, and they want to have an understanding of how it's been done. It might be very simple to you, but some people really don't understand it. And I encourage you to share it and let other people also learn how to prepare their PowerPoint slides. Right, so I'm already sharing my screen. Let's go straight to the point. So I'll show you some few. These are examples of PowerPoint that I am preparing. And then, so, yep. So let's say, so these are PowerPoint that I have. And then in that order. Okay, so now I'm going to close that and then start from scratch. And then you will see how it is quite simple to be able to do PowerPoint. So I've closed that. And so to be able to do PowerPoint, you simply go to your Microsoft folder search bar and then you just type power. So I click over there and then I will start typing PowerPoint because I use it all the time. But when you start typing power, you will see PowerPoint will come. So you simply come and double click here on the PowerPoint and then it is opening. So yes, it is open. These are all PowerPoints like that. But if you have not been using it, you won't see that. So you can go to blank page. So click on the blank page and then this will simply appear. So this is your PowerPoint. But this is not what is important. Everybody can easily do this. So when PowerPoint comes like this, one basic thing you need to know is every text on it is a text box, which can be, you can simply pull it like this, then you can push it back. You can drag it away you want. Actually, it will take the size at all that you want. So if I put it there, I can actually shrink this particular text box. Maybe if this is the size of the text, to contain it just like the way it is, and I'm good to go. So let's say this is my first slide, and so I'm going to work much on this particular slide. So that is my first slide. What about if I want the second slide? But let's work on this first. So I will simply pick some small text here, and then let's look at it. I'm just going to pick some small text somewhere, and then so let's say I was going to work on this particular paper. So I'm going to copy it, and then I'll take it to my PowerPoint like this, and then that's the topic. So they say click to add. So I'll simply click there, right click, and paste, and you can see that it has pasted. Now, this is where most people have the problem. When we paste it as in the header section, at this point, the font size and everything is going to mix up because you have not designed any kind of template for it to follow. Now, the assumption is that this text is found in that particular text box, even though it is overflowing, but it's found there. So just click inside that text box, then Control A on your keyboard, it will highlight the text for you. And then if you want, you can right click on the text, or you can simply come to your home tab like this, and you can see your font what is it adjustment is here. So we are currently at font size of 54. You can click on this arrow and then now reduce it to, let's say, any font size at all that you want. So I want to leave it at 24. So when you click on 24, you notice that now it has fit inside. But can you see that at the top here, there are some spaces? That one doesn't matter. So that's what I was talking about dragging. So drag it up this way, and then your header is there. So let's assume you want to add another body of text, which is here. So let's go back to the text. Maybe I want to put this particular paragraph. So I'm just going to copy it and then take it to that place. And then they say click to add. So I'll click there and then right click again, and then it will paste. Now, when it pastes, you can see there's a space down here. But when you click inside that space, you will find nothing. It tells you that there is nothing inside there. You just need to drag this up to fit it. And then that's it. So now you can point your cursor to the outline, anywhere in the outline. When it changes to the star kind of arrows, then you can press your left button and then drag it. So you simply shift it. Now, when you are shifting, you can see some lines at the left side and then center. PowerPoint is already thinking that you want to adjust the length or the width, or the width of the text box below to the top one. So it will simply align you for you to know that it is being properly aligned. And then that is it. So we have it here. Now the next thing is click on the outside. And so now you have your header, and then you have your main text, which is here. But now it doesn't look fine. Let's say the header, I want to change it to bold. I will simply come and click inside the text box, Control A to highlight everything there. And then you can come to your home tab, and then you can make it bold. Let's say I want to center align. So you can now use all the font management here, maybe right aligned, and then or justify. So it will fit into the text box, and you can drag it if you wanted to have exactly 2 lines like this. Now, when you click like this, you can drag it to center it if you want. But if you don't want it that way, we have a way of aligning the whole text box. I will show you in a jiffy. So we come again here, then we can drag this one too if we so wish. And then you can click inside and then highlight it, go to your home tab again, and maybe change maybe the font or maybe the font style or something. Maybe at this point you want the font style to be Times New Roman, and then you are good. Then you want to justify it, then everything is entered. Now you have your main text, and then you will have this. What about if you want to, let's say, highlight the inside? You want to, we call it the text fill. You are going to fill the box, but not the text itself. There is a way, maybe you want the background of this particular text box to have a color. So that is filling. So when you click on it, because they are text boxes, they come under shapes. So you will see that shapes automatically highlight in red. Come and click on shape, and then you can come here. You see that shape fill. It means you're going to fill the shape. Then click on that, choose the color that you want. Let's say maybe you want to fill the background to be green, maybe light green. Then you click like this, and then you leave it. So you can see the background is now green. Now, what about now? The next attention is you can also within the text box you can have paragraphs. So as you can see, there are 2 paragraphs. Enter key, then I have 2. Now, if you continue entering, it will continue being in the same box, but the size will automatically reduce to adjust. So in that case, you can actually drag this down to make sure that the text is wide enough or is wide space enough, and then the sizes too are, the font sizes are not also too small, and then that is it. Now let's assume that you wanted to number them. So you just need to highlight the 2 of them like this, Now go to your home tab, and then you can see numbering around here. Let's say, so you come here and choose the numbering style you want. If it is 1 and 2, if you want A, B, C, D, if you want A and B, maybe I want this. So I'll click this, and that is it. So you notice that it's now paragraph A and then paragraph B. And then my PowerPoint is getting ready. Now, the next thing is, what about if I also want the whole of this box to have a background color? I have already mentioned that you can do that. But what about if the text, you want the text, some of the text to be highlighted? So let's say antimicrobial resistance. You want the whole of that to be highlighted. So you underline only that one, and then you can simply maybe you want to bolden it, then you click on your bold, and then you emphasize it. If you want to italize it, that's it. If you want to shade it, then you have a shade here. Then it will shade only that particular portion. Let's say you want equalize. You see that equalize is supposed to be in italics, so we can italize it the same yellow again. Maybe, and then we are good to go. What about, let's look at how to centralize all of this. So now we have this. You see that I'm the one who is dragging it up and down. I don't actually know where the center is. But when you click on that, go and click on shapes, and then check on your right hand side, you will see align objects. So you click on that, and let's say you want to align it to the center. So it aligns it to the center. Now come to the next one. Okay, let me do it this way. Let's say it was here. See that it's not at the center now, but I want it to be aligned in the center with this, like the way professional is. So come and click on the box. Once you click on that, the shapes format will simply highlight in red. So it's telling you that you are currently working with shapes. So you click on that, and then look at the right hand side of your screen. You will see align objects. So you click on the drop down arrow, and then choose the kind of alignment you want. If you want to align it center, then come and click on center. So you see that it aligns it properly for you. And then you are now ready. Now, let's look at outlines. Outlines are simply, because they are text, if I click on it, you see these outlines. But when I click outside, they disappear, right? What about if you want the text or the outlines to be there? So when you click on it, go to the shapes again, and you can see shape outline, which is here. In the middle there, you can see shape field. Below there is shape outline. Click on the arrow and choose the outline that you want. Maybe you want to give it a red color. And then when you click on the red color, that's not all. You could also actually choose the type of outline you want. When you come down here, you can see weight. That's the size of the outline. You want it thin, thick, and you can now come here and choose whether it is thick, it is thin, it is very, very, that is for highlighting. So if you want it that way, if you don't want and you want it sketchy, so you can actually also choose the sketchy type where it's going to give it some zigzag line. So let's choose this one. And then dashes are also there, arrows are there, all of them are allowed. You just choose the one you want. So let's say this is what we want. So we have our wavy line just to make our work look beautiful. Maybe the top here, what about if you want the font size itself? So the background is green, but we want the text itself to be blue. That's a different thing. So I'll come and highlight the text itself, then go to shapes, or at this point, because I'm dealing with text, I don't need the shapes again. I will simply go to home, and then I will come and look at font color. This is where I have my font color. Point to it, you will see that font color will come. So you click on that and choose the one you want. Maybe I want the background to be this. So I'll simply choose that, and I'm good to go. You can also do other things there if you want to underline or whatsoever, and then you are good to go. Now your header and then your presentation is ready. Now let's say this particular slide is ready. You want to do the next one. The next slide. So how do you get to the next slide? Whilst you are here, you can see insert button here. If you click on insert, it can allow you to insert a new one, which is here. But if you're also on home, you can also see the new slide, which is here. And so on your home tab, you can see a new slide. So you click on that. If you don't want that, if you click on the new slide, it will take this particular current slide format. But what about if you want a different layout for the rest of the slide? You can see layout slides are here. So you simply click on that, and there are different layouts of the slides that you want. Maybe your next slide, you want this particular layout. So you can choose that one. So let's stick to this for now because we're at the basic level. So now the next slide has come. So the next slide, we can give it a title, and then we also come down here. So let's pick some text and then say the title should be, okay, I'm just going to pick this and then copy it and come and say, that's my title. Then I'll click where the title box is and then paste it over there. And then the next thing is I'm going to highlight it and then center it, center aligned. Then I can come to home and bold it, and then maybe choose the font style that I want, and then Times New Roman. And maybe the font size, I reduce it to, let's say, 36, and then I am good to go. If the box is too, so you can also narrow it to make sure you have one line, and then like this, and then this way. Of course, you go to shapes and come to align the text box to center, and then you are good to go. So it is aligned to the center right now, and that's your main topic. Now, when you come here, I have already shown you how to do a text, how to add text whatsoever. The next thing is how do you insert like images, graphs, tables, and whatsoever. Let's start with an image. You can insert image from online. You can insert an image from your own computer. So the online, you require internet to be able to do that. So let's say I want to insert an image of E. coli bacteria. That is from online. So I will simply come here. You can see all of the placeholders are there. So you have here, that's a picture. Here, this is a smart art graphic. Here, we are inserting a camera or a camcorder. You can see a camcorder on the top there. And then here, we are inserting a video, we are inserting a table, and we are inserting a chart. So we start with how to insert a picture. So when you click on that, you are going to have, are you picking it from your device or from the web, or there's a stock image somewhere, or it's an icon, or from your clipboard? Clipboard means if you have already copied the image, so you can now just paste it. So when you go to your clipboard, the things you have copied and they are inside your clipboard, then it will pick one of them. Now, let's pick an image from my device, my local computer. So I'll click from my device. So it will take me to my gallery. And then you can see my screenshots are all here. So I'm going to open that and pick one of my screenshots of my analysis and whatsoever. So let's say I am picking this one, or maybe, okay, let me pick this. And then when you select that one and click insert, and yes, you notice that the graph is now in. So it's not left with adjustment. You can drag it anyhow you want. And then maybe if the fitting is okay, you're good to go. Then you can leave it over there. But it's a picture. So now when I click on it, you don't see shapes again. You will now see a picture format. So which means what you have inserted is a picture, and you can format it the way you want. So when you click on picture format, you will see all the formatting that has to do with a picture. So let's say I want it to have some edges around, or I can go all the way and then now decide to have a reflection and then choose the way I want the picture to look like. If I choose this kind of frame, it will frame the picture for me. Now, but the most important thing is how to make sure that the picture is clear. So when you paste a picture like that, so you can click on it, one, go to picture format, To your left hand side, you will see color. So you click with the color, and then you can come here and say, okay, the picture was, you see that we changed the color. You see, we can change the color, and then we can come and then choose any color at all that we want. But if we want to maintain the same color and then increase the resolution, we move to the next one. Resolution of 200%. The first one was resolution of 100%. We move to corrections is, even though we've chosen the resolution, how do we want it? We want a brighter resolution, or so we can come down here. I always choose the fourth one, and that is it. So now my graph is fine. If I want to have a picture border, you can see picture borders on top here. So what color do I want the picture border to have? If it is black, then it will have a black border, then blue border, and then whatsoever. If you don't want any border, then you leave it. This picture I have, I can actually change the shape of the picture to a shape of maybe an object. For instance, when you click on it, if you click on a picture, go and click on the picture format, and you can see at the very right, you see crop. The crop means you can actually reduce the picture and then crop out the things you don't want. So we come here. If we pick the ordinary crop like this, it allows us to be able to crop out the aspect of the picture that we don't want. So let's say we don't want all the way up to this, and that is it. So maybe we don't also want this particular graph here. So you notice that we have shadowed the whole of that, and then that is it. So when we are done, then you see that we have cropped it out. You just click outside, and then it will take it out. But for now, I have not saved it. So we have cropped the picture out. We have cropped the clustering, both horizontally and vertically. That's columns and then row wise. And now we now have a new picture. So if I click undo, we'll come back to where we were, and then that is all that I was talking about. And then we have it back the way it was. That's how we crop a picture. There are other ways we can also change. We can also crop pictures to a shape. So when you click on it, you come to picture shapes, you go to the crop, and then come here and say, I want to crop it to a shape. Or you want to crop it to aspect ratio. That is, when you want to put it one side longer, the other side shorter. This is where, but let's start with the shapes. I want this one to appear circular. So I'll come and choose any objects here that I want the picture to appear. So even though it is the picture, but it will appear in that particular shape, any of the shape here. So let's choose circular shape first, and let's see. So I'll choose circle here. And so come and click here. You notice that the picture is now looking like an oval shape. It's no more like the way it was. This is how we manage our pictures and then make sure they look the way that we want. So if I click on it, I go back, or let me say undo first, and then we are good to go. And then again, you can come there and say you crop it to aspect ratio. That way, it allows you to be able to choose whether you want the picture to be 3 by 4, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, then in that way. And so these are landscape formatting. So the first one is portrait, and this is landscape. So if you want it to be even, both length and breadth to be the same, you can choose 1:1, and then you are good to go. So this is how we have it. You can also fit it to your, so let's say we are fitting it. So this is fit, and then in that order. So we go back again, and there are other things we can do with the pictures. When you click on the picture format, you can see a whole lot of things you can do. But let's assume that very important thing here is the height and then the width. You can actually reduce the height of the pictures. This is when you are doing a professional work and all the pictures must have the same height, the same width. So you can come here and also adjust the width, and then in that order. But what happened to a picture is that when you are adjusting one, the other one adjusts automatically, and that's how it is. So instead of that, it's the same as just coming here and dragging it this way, and then you adjust adjust it properly. Caution is that we don't adjust pictures from this side, like here, like this. You don't do that. So I'm going to do undo. And you don't also adjust a picture from the length. So the breadth and the length, we don't adjust pictures like that are at those particular places. You adjust pictures from the corners so that you don't disfigure it. And that's how. And so my picture is here. Now let's say I want to label these pictures. Pictures are usually they are charts, so we label them from the bottom. So how do I now label it from the bottom? You have to insert a text box. So I'll come to my insert tab here, and then look in the middle here, you see a text box. So you click on the text box and come and click here. So the text box will appear. I'll drag it a little bit and start typing inside. So I'm going to call this one, let's say figure 1. And then the figure 1 is simply a heat map. So I will just give it a title, a heat map, and then I am good. So I'll leave it. I can actually now also edit this just like the way we edit other, and then I'm good to go. So my title is also now there, and then I'm good to go. If I want to add another text by it, I could also use the text box to be able to add a text by it, and then we are good to go. This is basically how we, we design our PowerPoint presentation. If you want to do the next slide, let's say I can come to this point, or I can just go to my home tab like this, and then we come to the next slide, and then like this, I'm good to go. So you can give it a title, maybe, I don't know if I have, yeah. So let's just assume that this is the second one. And so I am good to go. Then I reduce the font size a little bit. Then I'll center align it, and then that is it. Here, let's assume that it was an outline. So you want to insert a smart art. So you have a smart art here. So you click on that. So it's going to give you all the smart art that you can think of. Maybe depending on the thing you are going to, is it a list? Is it a process that you have done something? Or is it a hierarchy? One comes before the other. So you can choose any of them around here. So let's say we are picking, for now we are at all. So when we choose list, it will show us all the smart art for lists. And this is what we use when we are like, sometimes you see some of the graphs that not we are the ones who generated it, but we just design it. We use smart art to design them. So let's say hierarchy, and then in that order. So I'll go to all, and then I can just choose the one that I want. So maybe let's say, let me choose this, and then I can simply come here. So I'll put a text here. Let's say that will be my, let's say that's E. coli. And then I put E. coli there. The next text is, let's say, H. pylori. So that will be my H. pylori. And then the next one is what is staph aureus. So I just have staph, and then I have my aureus. So now let's say these are 3 different bacteria species. And then let's say I now want to add a picture here for the slide. So I'll simply come and click on this picture, and it's asking me whether a picture from my computer or from online. If it is from online, I don't know if my internet is that strong. So this from online, it will take me to online images, and I'll type the name of the bacteria, and I'll get the image that I want, and then I will simply click insert. Then it will go there. But this is taking a whole lot of time. So I will go to close this and say a picture from my own computer. And so I can come here. I'm just going to assume that maybe one picture is something like that. But obviously, so okay, so let me pick, and I think that should be the, I want maybe, okay, I'll get another one here, and then in that order. So I am done. So here the slide is also getting ready. So I have designed it. And now let's say, but we can actually change the colors of this background. So you click on it, you will see Smart Art Design is here. So we click on that, and then you can see change colors. So we can change the colors if we so wish. So let's say I am choosing this color, and then that is it. So now you can see my PowerPoint looks much more beautiful. But what about if I wanted blue, deep blue, and then another one that looks like blue, but maybe not actually blue? I'll come and click on, and then I can go to formats, and then I can go to fill, and then you see that now I am filling only that one. So I can change it to a different color, let's say like something like this, or something like this, or something like this, even though they are all blue, but not exactly the same blue, or something like this, maybe this, and then I am good to go. So you can actually change the background. Maybe this bar, I want it to have a different, so you click on format. Anytime you are filling colors, it's format. And we come here, maybe I want it to have a color that resonates with what we have already. So let's have this color. And then, but it looks like that color matches with one of them. Yeah, so this one. And then remove the outline. So we come and say no outline. And then we are good to go. And then maybe our chart is ready. If we want, we can actually add a text to it, and then we are good to go. The video is getting too long now, so I will stop here. And the next one that we are going to do, I will now let you know how we superimpose pictures on the others, send some pictures to the background, bring others to the front, add text to it, and let the text float on top of it, float on top of the pictures, and then it can go around. Maybe look at it. So we come back here. So this is the this is the presentation form. This is my first slide, and this is my second slide, and then this is my third slide. And then I can tap on escape key, and then I am good to go. This is basically how we design what is it, PowerPoint. But if we wanted, let me quickly add this. Sometimes when you see it like this, sometimes the background may not be white whatsoever. Those ones are all designs here. When you click on design, you can see PowerPoint has different designs. If I choose this design, or if I choose this design, you can see that it has changed these are the designs that are there. So if I click on that, then you see that the PowerPoint, the design have changed, and then you choose whichever design that you so wish or you desire, and then you are good to go. You can click here, and then you have so many designs that you can choose from. This is the one that I chose. Could have chosen this one, or I could have chosen this type too as well. But whichever design that you are going to choose is just your preference. But when you choose some of them, you have to make some adjustment because they also come with their pre-set templates or designs, which may not fit the one that you have already designed. So for me, before I choose a design, I'll choose the design before I come to make the modifications. And then this is how it is. So the next video, you see, and then let's come and look at how this appears. And then you see, so that is it. But here, the way it's looking, you see that because I've already designed it, this box is running into the images at the left-hand side. Other than that, if I am choosing the design, I will come here. And then this is why I was showing you how to be able to do adjustment as early as possible. So I'll shift it a little bit on top here or this way, and then I'm good to go. Come and click here, and then you are out. So this is basically how we do it. I will do these videos, about 4 of them, and let you have a clearer understanding of how we do. But this is the basics. If you understand this, you can do any PowerPoint at all, and then you can play with it. Thank you. I will see you in another video, and then bye-bye for now. I hope it's been a bit it's been long. I've been going back and forth, but I hope that you've understood something just brief. And that's all the point. Thank you.